In October of 2023, we decided it was time to leave Norway and its rapid descent into winter and head for northern Italy, more specifically Verona. Hello, we're here in Verona. The tower is very old, they don't trust the bricks. After some initial mooching around, we decided to take a cable car up to one of the most iconic viewpoints of Verona, Castel San Pietro. When you get up there, the view speaks for itself. I had the obligatory Aperol Spritz, a drink that I would never have ordinarily. But it seems like the right thing to do, and everyone else was doing it, so fuck it, why not? Up at the viewpoint, we sat next to a couple who were crying as they engraved each other's names on a padlock they were going to fix to the fence. Proper cheesy stuff. But this spot was made for cheesy, and you've got to embrace that. For dinner I got to try all the raviolis in some form of Italian fast food restaurant. On the way back we managed to find a Sting impersonator performing on the balcony. For a second I thought it was actually Sting, but Ingrid was never convinced. For some reason it was hard to find a bar in Verona. We ended up finding this tourist trap one. We stayed for one and moved on. The night ended with the B movie and Ingrid falling asleep. The next day we visited Giardino Giusti, a gardens founded by a rich family of Verona. The bells! The bells! We found a tiny cat that had no interest in us whatsoever. Then we went and completed the world's easiest maze. They had a fountain full of turtles, which was both sweet and tragic, to be honest. You can do it, buddies. Later that day, we queued up like proper tourists and visited the Colosseum. Climbing up these marble steps, you could see that they were prepping for an opera. It was hard to imagine how anyone could sit here for 5 hours. At this point in the trip, we had reached peak weather. I was getting sunburned looking down on the square from the top of the Colosseum. Next up, we walked to Ponte Scaligero. We climbed more hazardous steps in the name of photography.
Oh. Hello.
We hopped on an 1.5-hour train from Verona and headed to Venice. Venice is like Italy's Disneyland. It's hard to believe it's even real. You certainly can't believe anyone could ordinarily live here. The place is just crawling with tourists. Every corner is photogenic, and like everyone else, I had my phone in constant camera mode.
The big toilet hut of Venice.
We spent a lot of euros on toilets in Italy.
Found it.
We got our gondola ride. Matey was trying to sell us up from the start, but that was always the game, and we stuck to our guns because it really was enough time on a gondola getting photographed from bridges by everyone you pass. Apparently this handsome matey and all his other gondolier colleagues earn up to 150,000 euros a year in one of the most sought after professions in Italy, where only 4 to 6 licenses are actually given out each year. We took a walk to the end of one of the islands to see a panoramic view of the Grand Canal. By this point, we had walked fucking kilometres and were knackered. I had to find a shortcut over to the island that the station was on. Luckily, there's gondola taxis you can get. They only cost €2 each to cross the canal. The next day, back in Verona, we decided we hadn't walked enough and found another steep hill to climb up to a sanctuary that I can't even be bothered to try and pronounce.
Oh, the calves are burning.
The last thing I'll say about Verona is probably one of the most comedy tourist scams I've ever heard of, Juliet's balcony. A rich guy decided that Juliet had lived on his property. He retrofitted the balcony to lay claim to that. Now thousands and thousands of people visit each day.